Hi everyone! Hey Amanda!
Hello!
Hello! Welcome to Adobe Live. We will be live for 3 days to talk this time about graphic design with 4 amazing guests from Europe. Amanda and Eric are from Stockholm, Sweden. Okay, for
correct.
people who need to, who are not very good with geography. Then we will have Tina from London and Victoria flying from Barcelona, although she's French. So yeah, a lot of people, Oh, and there is a feedback somewhere. There is a feedback, and I need to find the feedback, okay?
Okay.
Where is the feedback? No more feedback?
No.
Okay,
Great.
and look at our friends in the chat. Hi Esther, good to see you again. We have Benedict, we have Sonic Touch, Mohamed, and we are live, by the way, from... Where are we? Where are we, Amanda?
Paris.
From Paris, yeah. They cannot tell because we have one of your illustration in the background, but we are live from Paris. Let us know in the chat where you are from. We will be with Amanda for 2 hours, but same time tomorrow also she will be back, and also on Thursday, and she will work on several projects. And then we will welcome Eric for 2 hours, Tina for 2 hours, Victoria for 2 hours. So it's 8 hours of graphic design with 4 young and very talented designers. We are very lucky.
Thank you.
So Amanda, maybe you want to introduce yourself, explain, what you do in life, where you're from.
Yeah. My name is Amanda, and I'm from I live in Stockholm, Sweden right now. And usually I'm working with graphic design and illustration. And and I'm just about to finish the last part of my bachelor right now. So it's a very exciting moment in my life.
So you see, we have friends from South Africa.
Wow.
Hi, Sean from Portugal. I saw Montreal, Chicago, Romania, Toulouse, which is in France, Netherlands. A lot of people in the United States will wake up. Oh, we have people from Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Thanks for watching us. It's quite early in the US.
Yeah, good morning,
thanks for watching. Okay, so maybe you want to explain what you will be working on today, because for this Adobe Live session, you chose to work on 3 different projects,
Yeah.
1 per day. Okay, so what will you be working on for this one?
Okay, so for this one, I will work with a poster for a fictional exhibition, and so it's gonna be really, really nice. But I'm gonna start these 3 days with working with a smaller project, the poster, and then we will go more upscale and do bigger projects. But I think that posters is a really nice way to present, or it's a very nice representation of graphic design, and especially typography, because it's a really nice format and it contains a lot of information, and I'm gonna show you how you can work with hierarchy, with typography, and with graphics, and how you can incorporate different things into the poster format. So that's gonna be really nice.
So great. So if this is the first time you join the live experience, or if you watch the replay on YouTube, Adobe Live is all about watching creatives working with the tools and creating. And you can, of course, ask questions in the chat. I will monitor the chat, which is right in front of us today. So it will be very easy for me to catch your questions and talk about the fundamentals of graphic design, such as typography, space, layout. So I think it will be amazing. Do you want to start? How do you want to start? With sketching stuff?
Yeah.
We just fixed the GoPro, so it should work now. Let me see. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's great. So I think that we should start with how you can start your working on your project because especially most of graphic design is kind of some way or another related to commercial work. And when you do commercial work, you often have a client which needs something of you. It needs your skills, but what you need from the client is information.
Yeah.
So, for example, for this project, we will work with an exhibition, a fictional exhibition poster, and I think that we're gonna or I imagine that we're gonna work with one of my favorite subjects, which is Danish modern mid-century design, which is just, you know, beautiful chairs and
all about chairs.
yeah. And
I'm a big fan of chairs, so yeah, I think I will enjoy this one.
yeah. So
You know, my last name means chair in French.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm the chairman.
Great. Well,
I'm the chairman of Adobe.
Yeah, so then this will suit you very well.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so first of all, we should talk about get all the information. So
Yeah.
I have made.
Okay, I will show your screen. It's a beautiful yellow. Oh my god,
Yeah.
look at that. So yellow.
Yeah, it's named Utopia. Wow,
Utopia.
it's super bright on your screen.
Yeah.
I hope this my yellow
Yeah, let us know in the chat how is the yellow.
everyone. Yeah, is it too yellow? So just
Who likes the yellow?
Michael's chair. Yeah, great. You're in the chat. You're great.
You love chairs too? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe you can let us know in the chat what is your favorite chair or designer of chairs
Yeah.
or style of chairs.
Yeah.
I like actually the chairs from the Scandinavia from the 50s.
Yeah.
You know, with the feet.
Yeah. So.
So we will learn some Swedish words, by the way, for 3 days. Yesterday we started. And every time you learn a word in Swedish, you have to do this. Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the project now. So first of all,
They love you. They love the yellow. So
okay,
that's a good news.
The yellow is great. Okay,
Okay,
great.
good. It's a first time on Adobe Live that we have yellow like this.
Yeah. So okay, now we start with the project. So and the client says, "Oh, you're gonna do an exhibition poster," and I'm like, "Okay, great." And so the client says, "We're gonna do a poster for the designer Finalizing. Anyone knows him? He makes great chairs.
Maybe when they will see the
I will search
the chairs, they will understand what we're talking about. It's one of the biggest designers of the century.
It's like great Danish designer who makes these beautiful chairs.
This design has been copied like 1,000 times.
Yeah, but they're so great because, you know, they have such a clean and yet very graphic but playful approach. Or I think that Finalizing had a very playful and nice approach to chairs, and then it's just the mid-century stuff. It's just beautiful. So that is one way to start a project. Like, just do research about the theme or the thing you're gonna do the poster for, and then it's very important to get all the information, like everything, like what's the name for the exhibition, where will it be located, what kind of mood does the client wants from us, the designer. So I have made a little list here. I don't know if you can see it in the chat. Okay.
Do you have the zoom in stuff? Maybe no. Okay.
No, but we can do a full screen. So you see this?
Oh yeah, they can. So sit down.
Yeah. So. This is just something I have come up with, so if it's silly, it's just because I'm a silly person. So, but sit down. Oh,
is it a pun or
no?
No, it's just a typo. Okay.
Yeah, it's a typo. Okay, so
I thought you were already mixing words from the Swedish. Okay.
Okay, so
sit down with Fincho.
Yeah,
tribute to Danish modernism.
And it's an exhibition.
Free
entrance, and it will be located.
You need the address, and you need to put a website. So that's the brief from the customer. That's what the information you have to place on the poster.
Exactly.
Oh.
So that's.
Make it pop.
Maybe.
Yeah, make it big. Make it pop.
Big.
We want this exhibition to be very successful, Amanda.
Yes.
Okay.
It all depends on us.
Yeah, the life of the museum depends on this poster.
Yeah.
Does Amanda have Instagram? Good question. Yes, I saw you on Instagram, right? Yeah, Rufus will find it in the chat. Thank you, Octavio, also for letting me know. some behaviors in the chat. We have Rufus who is moderating. We have Frank also, Frank Payen, who is moderating with us today. And we have a lot of fans of chairs. I saw some very good names in the chat, a lot of culture, very good design culture. So yeah, congratulations. You like sit? Yes, Steve. Yeah, we have some typos.
Yeah.
That it's not Amanda, it's the customer. That's the brief.
It's the customer. It's not my fault.
No, it's the brief we received from the customer. He made another mistake on modernism.
Yeah. But that's our job, you know.
Yeah,
as designers, we have to look at the typos and we have to make everything is correct before the final result. So it's a very nice way. Yeah.
And yes, Hugo, we will make the logo bigger. No problem. Working on it, and and then you have the access to Amanda's Instagram. So you want to show your sketches?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's share the GoPro.
Okay. So I started this project with, let's see.
Whoa.
It's
a big sketchbook.
The big one. So I started this project by just, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm checking here. You see, on the big screen.
Yeah. So I just took a lot of. I just looked at a lot of photos of in-use chairs, and like I told you earlier, that the thing I like about Finuse chairs is that it has a very playful approach and yet a very graphic way. You know, you see all these beautiful lines. Let's put it that.
Yeah.
That, like, for instance, one of his sofas or one of his just pin stool chairs.
And we have Mark who says, I like Herman Miller chairs, I just don't like the price. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. But that's why you can go to an exhibition and look at the chairs.
Look at the chairs.
But
you can't try them.
Yeah,
you
cannot,
can't.
Yeah, you cannot try them. Cannot sit.
But this is a very good way, I think, to just look at the material you have.
Okay. So you just approach like just already tracing some basic shapes, trying to find the geometry of his design in this case. So you start like this. Just is it a way for you to get inspired, you know, at the beginning, and maybe from this you will get an idea from the poster?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you just play with what you have. In this case, chairs.
Yeah. So
we have people in the chat. They say, actually, it's good. Like I wake up today and I become a fan of. Like Danish design. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, on Adobe Live you never know what happens. Mohamed likes your work on Instagram. Yeah, make sure to follow Amanda on Instagram. She's also very active on Behance. She has a beautiful Behance portfolio. Rufus will find the link. I really invite you to follow her because she's very good at presenting her work. And this is actually how I found Amanda a few weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, but this is a very, like I told you.
Okay, so you start with a sketch like this, and then from there, what do you...
Okay, so from here, I just gather, like I showed you, just gather a lot of information. And start sketching on the poster or the material for the poster. And when I'm kind of liking this thing that, I have like minimized all the information, I've just made this chair more graphical, and then I just take a picture with my cell phone or my iPhone and just transfer it to my Dropbox.
Okay.
And then
we go back to your screen.
Yep.
We had a question from Benedict about Adobe Live. Benedict wants to know how to be notified on your phone. Okay, when Adobe Live is live. Okay, it's a good question, Benedict. So there is a very easy way, and this is for all of you in the chat. You subscribe, and there is a subscribe button to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. And when you subscribe on YouTube to a channel, now they have a new icon. It looks like a bell, like a ring bell. And this is to enable notifications. And you can say, notify me on my phone. So you install the YouTube application on your phone, and you will receive the notification every time we go live. So also another way, which is kind of easy to remember, we will be live on Adobe Live every 2 weeks. So it means that within 2 weeks, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we will be live. And this will be from San Francisco. We will have it will be a big one. 6 illustrators. and we will. They will. I mean, I won't, but they will create illustrations for T-shirts, and we will print the T-shirts live in the studio and give them away to people in the chat.
Wow,
So
that's great.
It should be a big celebration of illustrations. Oh yeah, and there will be some giveaways. So I will give you some tips. But if you subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, it's a nice. I mean, you will have 5 times more chances to win actually. So we will give away 1 Creative Cloud subscription per show. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 shows during 3 days, and we will also give away printed illustrations by our guests. So one of the illustrations, maybe this poster at the end, I mean, who knows? And we'll give away to us also some people in the chat. You just have to stay with us and I will explain how it works. It's super easy. And we have some new people. Mr. Media, welcome. And California is waking up. Look at that. Deo from California.
Great. Good morning, all. So
you took pictures. You have the brief. You have your sketches.
Yeah.
What do you do next?
Okay, what I do next is like maybe this process will seem a little chaotic for some people, but I'm just like doing a lot of like inspiration and things in the beginning.
You feed your brain.
Yeah. So let's start.
You feed your mind with like a gigantic mood board.
That's very great.
Hi, so Brian. Hi, Simon. So you launch Illustrator CC. That's good. Beautiful splash screen.
So let's see here.
Maybe one day your illustration would become a splash screen, actually. You know, because they pick the splash screen on Behance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
they do. Wow. Maybe. Who knows? Okay. So, yeah, I have cheated a little bit because I already started working on the shares. Just because it takes such a long time for me to work on the things. But we can, like, start over for you guys to see, if you want to, how I work with graphics in Illustrator. So especially when I'm working with posters, I think it's really nice to, if you're gonna have some graphics, I think it's really nice for you to start working in Illustrator, because Illustrator is such a great way to do graphics, and it's very easy, I think, and it's very nice to work. Like, the reason I work in Illustrator in the beginning is because you don't know if the client's suddenly gonna change the size or the measurements. That happens a lot. So in that case, Illustrator is so nice because you're working with Bezier curves. And in that case, you can just make it bigger and make it smaller, and there's no problem. For instance, when you're working in Photoshop, you're always like, most of the time, I think you're fixed with what kind of size you're working with. Okay, but let's approach this. Let's make a new, what's it called? Artboard.
So there is Nate who is asking, he would like to see how you created the simple shapes in Illustrator. Maybe you can just create one. So.
But we have plenty of time, so.
Yeah.
So let's see. I will just move this artboard away so we don't have to focus on that one, so you can see. So first of all, you have to like import the sketch that you took a photo of, and I think do you know how you do it?
Import, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, but the thing that I start with that I think is really important when you work with Illustrator is to have like your sketch, your photo in a separate layer from all the other things. So make a new layer, and you call it. I used to just call it background or photo or something.
Like in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Background.
And then you have. Then you make a separate layer for the graphics, and then you start working with the pen tool.
Okay, so you pressed P
on
the keyboard for pen.
That's another great tip. learn all the
all the
commands.
Yeah.
That's just so
All the
nice.
shortcuts.
Yep. So when I'm working in Illustrator, I'm trying to have like, you see, if you put down or hold down Shift, you will have like a straight line.
Yeah.
And that is very nice, especially if you want to have like very correct curves, because that will make it so much easier for you to work with, and it will be I think you don't have to use as many baser what are they called, nodes?
Anchor points.
Yeah, anchor points to make your design, which is very convenient and very nice. If something looks wrong in the end, you can just go back to one single anchor point.
It really makes a difference. And actually we had Martina Flor, lettering artist, on the stream 1 month ago, and this is also what she was explaining. Like she tends to try to identify the extreme points and just try to do like horizontal and vertical Bezier curves. I mean here.
Let's see.
Yeah. Best way to get something very clean.
But that's the thing with the reason I like Illustrator, because especially when you're working as a graphic designer, sometimes you have to do custom lettering, and lettering is such a nice way to work on letters. And letters and typography, work hand in hand. So but Martina Flor has very nice tips. And but I think these are the tips you learn when you start to make typefaces as well, that you have to.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good exercise, like tracing your first alphabet or.
Yeah. So let's see. Maybe we should have like, what are these called again? Stroke. So we can see what we're working with, and then we take this handle and maybe pull it a little bit so, and maybe this a little bit so. Okay, so this is the reason why I made some of the shares beforehand, because I'm so
take time.
I'm so.
And also you have to respect the flow and the intention of the designer in this case. Like it has to represent also the style of
exactly
of this product designer.
Let's see.
So Luisa is asking why you're not using image trace. So it's a good question, Luisa, because indeed you could import a black and white drawing and say I would do image trace. The thing with image trace in this case is that it won't create a clean path. It will create a vector shape. It won't be very regular, if you see what I mean. And then you will spend a lot of time cleaning the design. So it's much easier to, especially with lines and paths like this, to really start from scratch with the pen tool and learn how to use the pen tool. Learning the pen tool will be useful not only in Illustrator, actually. You can use it in Photoshop too, to create vector masks. It's like very, very important.
Because once you have...
So they want you to... Okay, maybe you can switch the black to a different color, such as green.
For that?
Huh?
I teach you a trick for that.
For what?
For making that, just take your image layer and control-click on it and say template.
Oh yeah, so that's something else. So it's to add some opacity to your drawing.
Okay.
So if you open the layers panel, you can right-click this and say this is a template.
Okay.
Or with a control click. This one.
Okay.
Yeah, here, yeah. No? Or maybe it's in the options here. The layer. Template. You see? Here, template. Okay, and now, so it creates this opacity for you, and and maybe you can switch to...
Maybe we should have yellow for
background. Oh yeah, they like yellow. Let's do that.
So
here we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
So...
And maybe you can just do a Command Y so they can see that you're working on a path. If you do Command Y, this one. Yeah. Oh yeah, but there is still the template, so yeah, we'll do it later.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank, you got your yellow. Don't worry.
Okay.
So what are the laws of using fonts on poster design? So good question, Yudhishthira. We will cover that because now she's just working on some basic elements of the chair, because she's if you just joined, she's working on a poster of imaginary exhibition of this Danish designer who designed hundreds of chairs. So she made some research about the chairs. She sketched some the basic shapes, the silhouettes of the chairs, if you like. And now she's working almost like to be like working on icons in a way. It could become icons for an app about the exhibition.
Yeah. So, okay, so then we can. Then I just.
Yeah, hide it and see if you feel that does it respect the original design or not.
Yeah, I think it looks a little bit funky. Let's see. How do you go back to?
Oh yeah, I guess it's just if you zoom in.
If you want to see the.
Maybe unlock it.
Maybe it's because it's in template mode.
Yeah, or you can go in the option menu again, remove the template.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
So
now it's back.
So it's a little bit funky. Maybe we want the ends to be
the same. Okay. So you can use the smart guides in this case. Yeah. That's what you did. So the purple lines that you were seeing are the smart guides.
And then you can start using
exaggerate maybe. Yeah. Just to make sure that, because this is not a straight line in the original design, so that's why she's exaggerating. Good.
Let's see.
Much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
It's clean. You see the junctions between the lines, super clean. Which is very important if you scale it at some point.
So let's see. I think it looks a little bit funky here, and maybe that's because there is no handle in this one, in this node.
Maybe it's just the impression. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So maybe we make
to make it end straight.
A little bit smoother.
It's a good idea.
You guys in the chat, you have to tell me if this is going too fast or too slow.
No, don't worry.
Maybe
they will let us know. And so we just show you one chair, and she has been kind enough to work on all the other chairs, so we can start working on the composition after. But we had some people in the chat that wanted to see how you manipulate the pen tool.
But like Michelle told you, that it's once you have mastered the patience of the pen tool, you will see that it's so nice. You can actually do anything. You just have to be patient and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I always get this little itchy feeling if it doesn't if everything doesn't look okay. So.
And you are using a tablet, so it's a good point. Some people were noticing that. So it's true. You can work with the mouse too. With the It's just if you are used to your tablet, So in the chat, maybe you can let us know what is your. Do you use a mouse or a tablet when you work in Illustrator? Could be interesting to know. We have Hugo, for instance, who prefers using a tablet.
So.
But you see, like even for simple iconography like this, the number of decisions she makes, because it's not just about reproducing the sketch. At some point, it becomes a shape, it becomes an object of your composition, and you have to feel good with the energy, the global energy. So that's why she's moving, and maybe she's moving away from the original sketch, but that's fine.
Because the idea with this poster is not to make perfect chairs or just make an exact copy of the chair. It's more getting the feeling of the chair, because Finu was very inspired by contemporary art, for one example. And in contemporary art during the 50s, you did a lot of just abstracts, and it was so much more important with like composition and feeling than just making something that it's a photocopy.
Okay, so yeah, we have people using the tablet, other the mouse.
Yeah.
With Illustrator, it's really up to you. We also had on the stream Shona X. She's just using the trackpad, so.
Wow, you're that is tough. But
What?
you're cool.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, the one working with the trackpad.
Oh yeah,
No.
Shona. Yeah, that is tough. But again, like she got used to it. She travels a lot, so
Yeah, well,
at some point
maybe
she
then you
become a
don't have no
trackpad master.
point.
Yeah, me too. I can use the trackpad.
Oh.
Designing crazy icons in a plane.
Okay, so.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for sharing the process of one chair. You see, how many did you?
Wow, it's half
if you
an
get
hour.
back the layer, and in this one, layer 2, you're already prepared. Oh, it's on the left.
Yeah. So these are some
So
of the.
imagine
prepared.
just the time spent to create all these chairs. It looks easy and simple, but yeah, you have to make so many decisions. What about touchscreen?
Oh, that's my old teacher.
Whoa,
Hello.
who?
Hey, Yvonne.
Yvonne. Welcome, Yvonne,
Yeah.
from Helidon, Tidaholm,
Sweden.
Welcome, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Good to see you on Adobe Live. Daniel Kakoma has a question. What about touchscreens? It's a very good question, Daniel, because now you start having devices such as the Microsoft Surface Pro and Wacom also, Wacom Studio, where you have a touchscreen which is actually very precise. So in this case, Daniel, if you want to invest in a touchscreen device, you must know that you will get, like Illustrator can change its behavior to become touch enabled, and you will have new tools that you can just use with the touch. Like you can draw a circle, like very roughly with the pen, it will become a perfect circle. Same with the triangle, and you will have new tools, to work with just touch and very quickly create shapes. And actually, we will no. I was about to say something stupid, so I just censored myself. So that's fine.
Okay, so but let's continue with these chairs.
So you have the chairs.
Yep. So we're just gonna make a quick look that everything looks okay with the shapes and everything, just to be sure. And I was thinking about maybe instead of having these cut ends to the strokes, maybe we should have rounded. So it you don't think that it makes such a big difference, but it actually does when you look at it from far, if the strokes are cutted, if they have straight lines or not. So let's just take a look how that would look. Let's see. Show options.
Sergio, what's best, Surface or Wacom? It's hard to. It's hard to answer, Sergio, because these devices are moving so fast. Like the new Wacom Studio is just crazy. They have like 8,000 levels of pressure, which is just insane. They are both very good, so it's really hard to say. And then there would be a new update of the Surface Pro, and it's kind of a big race between these devices. So it's hard to say. Both are very good.
So what do you think in the chat? Do you think we should have...
Yeah, I think it's better.
You think it's better there?
Yeah, with the rounded.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat.
Yeah. Do you prefer the rounded strokes at the end or the sharp ones? I think rounded is better.
I think rounded is better.
It makes a difference, actually.
It makes them look more balanced.
So Blanco is asking, how do you feel about Adobe Ink and Slide? So it was a prototype actually that we did for iPad of very precise pens. But now we directly worked with Apple. So if you get the new iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil and you use Photoshop Sketch, for instance, this is something we designed with Apple. So you will get really one of the best experience. Actually, Tina, who will be live in about 3 hours, we'll use Photoshop Sketch today to sketch some concepts. So you will see in action the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil in Photoshop Sketch, which is a free mobile app. Okay, they all prefer the rounded version. Yeah, they are like, yeah,
Let's do it.
rounded. Yeah, and stay tuned because in about 20 minutes we will give away an illustration created this week by one of the guests. So we will print it on A3 paper, like high quality, and ship it to your place. I work on these words. Because like 1 year ago I used to say sheep it, like the sheep, like the animal. So people would believe that they would receive a sheep. So yeah, that was bad. But now I'm working on it, like ship it.
That's great. Improvements.
Thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate your support.
So let's see. I think we're almost done here, so we can go to the next. Oh,
and
this one.
Cedric, moderator 2. Thanks for joining, Cedric.
Yeah. Hello. So let's see. So yeah, let's make this.
You want to make it
render, so,
yeah.
So we can make it.
So how do you make it render? You just add some.
Yeah, let me show it. So what I usually do is if I have this kind of corner,
yeah,
I put one anchor point there and one anchor point there, and then I take the minus and just
and you delete it. Okay.
Yeah,
and then you worked on the Bezier.
Whoops.
Whoop.
That happens sometimes. So just take. I think you can use your alt. So if you want to use one handle instead of using instead of interacting with both of the handles, you can just use alt or instead. So I think that looks a little bit better. And we can do it on this side too.
And so this stream deals with graphic design. So let me ask you a question in the chat. Okay. Let me know in order of usage. So which tool you use the most? Okay, like 1, 2, 3 between InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. Okay. Let us know in the chat. My number 1 tool is, for instance, Photoshop, then Illustrator, then InDesign. In order of usage. Okay. Really the tool you use the most. Let us know in the chat. Just type like 1, 2, 3, 1 Photoshop, 2, whatever you want. What would be your the tool you use the most? You think you spend the most time inside?
Okay, I think it's Illustrator and InDesign.
InDesign and Photoshop. Okay.
Because Photoshop, especially if I'm working with graphic design, Photoshop is like I only use it for illustrations and that are like fixed in a size and for photos, because Photoshop is what I imagine is based on when you're doing photocopies, so it's like a program that is very, very good for like preparing things for print.
And yeah, we have a good mix in the chat. You see like a lot of Photoshop users, some After Effects users. Yeah, I mean, that's why I always say it's good to watch, creatives working in other tools and also in other creative fields. So if you're a motion designer, it's actually, you will learn a lot from graphic designers, especially on how they fill the space, how they use typography, contrast. So I always invite people to watch other streams.
There was someone who said, why don't mirror the shape? Okay, so this is something you could do, of course. Of course you can do it. But it all depends on what you want to do. I think that maybe you want the shapes to be a little bit different from one another.
Just small details.
But that is a very good thing you can do. So, but I was gonna.
We have some Adobe Muse users, okay, interesting. Ewin, so more on the web design side. Also, you will learn a lot from graphic designers.
So let's just make the one so it's clean, and we're just gonna make sure that everything is aligned. I think these ones are aligned, but just to
I think
let's see.
I can tell.
Align. So this is something I think is very nice when you're working with Illustrator.
Yeah.
And to just make sure that that's
It
aligned.
was aligned, Victoria, what is Muse? So it's part of Creative Cloud, Victoria, Adobe Muse. It's actually very similar to InDesign, and we will use a lot InDesign during this these 3 days of live stream. And Adobe Muse lets you create pages like in InDesign, but at the end it will export web pages and a website, and you can add interactive widgets, links between your pages, some visual effects also that will work on the web. So it's really a tool to design and publish web pages without knowing anything about HTML, CSS, code in general. So a lot of designers love this tool.
Okay,
you have a good set of chairs. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very expensive
Beautiful
collection.
chairs. So now comes, let's see, I just want to make sure that everything has these rounded corners, otherwise it would just, whoops.
Oh.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That everything looks rounded, nice. Yep, everything looks
I think we are in the rounded universe on this artboard.
Yeah, we'll just, I think that this corner looks a little bit blah. So we will, I want it to be rounded like this. So we would just have to change some of the handles.
So people in the chat, if you want to try Muse for free, if you are watching on adobelive.com, there is a button which is Join Creative Cloud. Okay, bottom right corner, Join Creative Cloud. Click on the button and you will find a way to directly download and install Adobe Muse if you want to try it. And of course, you can try to follow Amanda if you have Illustrator also, and try to create also some rounded shapes, rounded corners, rounded strokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see what happened here. No, it's just Illustrator.
Yeah, it's the display. Yeah.
So
okay, we have the chairs.
Now we have the chairs.
That's the first step. But we need a poster. You have a brief from the customer, Amanda.
Yeah. So now comes the, at least in my process, one of my favorite things, which is choosing colors. And especially for objects, I pick colors like beforehand, because that's so much easier to work.
Like a color theme or color palette.
Yeah, so we can take a look at
yeah, he has
his
some
choice.
very strong color choices.
Yeah, and there we have the yellow
the
again.
mustard yellow, orange. This is very Danish, the
really
green bluish, turquoise.
That's really, maybe we could use that color. That is a very nice color.
Very typical.
Yeah, and I like, for example, the way Finul has worked with colors is very, very nice. I think that you have these, using the natural color of the wood, which often seems to be like a warm brown. That's very nice.
Okay.
And when you combine it to a cold green, that's a very, 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 very nice. And for instance, this yellow has a very warm yellow tone, and then you have almost this orange brown. That's very nice, and so on and so on. So maybe we could use this green and maybe some yellow, or maybe some, let's take, not too bright. I still want it to look like from the 50s, and in the 50s you didn't really have these kind of colors, but you had this beautiful blue. And so we'll start to use,
I will let you pick some colors. I will answer a question by TT where you pick the colors. He's asking, hey Michael, did Adobe has any application for creating custom typeface? So we used to have like a very professional tool. I think we still have it, like for really like professional typeface designers. But if you want to create like a typeface, I'm sure Rufus is typing a link in the chat pretty shortly. You can get this plugin. Rufus just put the link in the chat. It's called FontSelf, and it lets you like design really each character in Illustrator or Photoshop actually, and say this is my A, this is my B, this is my C. So you create the alphabet, all caps, small caps, and it will directly install and create a typeface, like a TrueType font that you can use and share to your friends and use in different projects. Why not sell? You can sell the font if you like. This is your design after all. So yeah, I would try Fontself. If I were you, it's a good way to start learning how to design typefaces, and then there are some professional tools. Because yeah, if you want to design a professional typeface, it takes between 2 or 3 years, so it's a kind of investment. Like all the typefaces that you find on Typekit, for instance, that all by professional foundries, so they all spend crazy amount of time designing not only the characters, but like defining all the spaces between each combination of characters, handling all the alphabets, the accents, special characters in Dutch, for instance. I'm sure. Oh, do you have like Swedish? Do you have special stuff in Swedish, like O? Oh, you have the O with the trema, with the 2 dots.
Yeah,
right?
we have the. Let's see.
And you have like a very special one.
A special
only...
one?
Oi.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's the new Lorem Ipsum.
We have the. Let's see. Let's make it bigger. We have the
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Which is the last letter of the alphabet, and then we have A, which is the second last letter in our alphabet, and then we have O.
O.
So there are these three.
This one is cool.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's really nice.
This one is just in Swedish, or it's also in Danish?
I think it's in Norwegian.
Norwegian too. Okay.
Like yeah, that's right. Made by Mighty, like
the O from Malmo.
No.
Yeah.
So let's see. I've started to pick my colors.
Okay, so you have the 2 colors from the pictures.
And then I want like a brown maybe, or maybe
like a wood, woodish.
Or maybe we can translate that brown
warm
into like a more peachy.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, because that would go really nice with the green and the yellow. Yeah, picking colors, that's so nice. I like picking colors.
So Victoria, she's creating a brand new swatch. Actually, she just from a wood board. Okay, so we are working on this imaginary exhibition of the designer Finjul. And how do you pronounce it? Maybe it's better when you pronounce it.
I don't know how you pronounce it in Danish.
In Danish. Finju. So I would say Finjul.
Yeah. Let's say Finju.
Finjul. So
everything
this is
sounds so nice.
The exhibition
French.
of Finjul that you can find in all very good museums of Paris.
Okay, so
yes, basically she browsed the Finjul works, designer, and she extracted some colors and said, oh, look at how he's using like this greenish with the orange, and say, okay, this is his spirit. Let's try to translate his color mood, universe into this poster, because she has 1 hour to design a poster for this exhibition, because the customer is in a rush.
Yeah, okay, the customer is in a rush. So
but she can make it.
Yeah. So maybe we want to make this a little bit thicker.
I said Victoria? No. Maybe I said Victoria. Sorry.
That's all right. I forgive you.
Thank you.
So, yeah,
because
maybe
we will have Victoria on the string with us. So that's why I was confused.
So, I think that these shapes looks better when they're a little bit thicker.
Oh, okay.
So I made them a little bit thicker, and now I have this idea that I want the meetings of you see the strokes to have an overlap, like they're an overlay.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah, I think you have it in your mind.
Yep.
But I have no idea where you're going to, so I will let you.
Okay. So for instance, maybe we'll have this.
I like it.
And then we take the transparency, or maybe no, we'll go here.
Oh, I see
and
what you want to do.
multiply.
Haha, nice.
So we'll have a more
Modern.
like we have been like screen printing, which I think is very nice.
You like the inks blending.
That's very nice. So.
And it's true that you have the blend modes in Illustrator. You know, like we use it like all the time in Photoshop, but in Illustrator we tend to forget that you can of course use blend modes. And you will see this week we have like very good Illustrator users. I have a nice brush. Okay.
So I think the colors looks really nice together.
Yeah.
What do you think in the chat?
Yeah. Do you think it works?
Let us know. This one we have to change. So because
So now working on the colors.
Let's make that one green.
And at some point, I mean, you remember the brief, you will have to add some text and make some typography decisions.
Yeah, we're gonna finish this quite quick. So.
And in less than 10 minutes, we will give away to someone in the chat printed illustration that will be created during this live stream, like over the 3 days. I will decide which one.
Okay, green.
So they say it looks very German. Okay, interesting. No, it's funny to see how colors also translate.
Yeah.
I think I see what you mean, Cat and Mason. Actually, like German style, maybe from the 70s, using a lot of orange. Maybe. I can get it. Emmanuel, he loves the color selection. Okay, thanks for sharing. I think it's nice. Very nice colors. Okay, looks good. Yeah, I think you have good feedback from our artistic directors so far.
Well,
you have about 500 artistic directors over your shoulder.
It's nice to have my color schemes approved by you guys.
And yes, Luisa, she's using the colors of Injured Chairs. Yes.
So.
Are you going to do the giveaway, Julian? Okay, so I will explain. So it will be in about 8 minutes. You will have to type in the chat a keyword. So I will ask a question and you will have to answer this question in the chat. And then Nightbot, which is my robot. So I have a robot that I raised. Yeah, he's not very smart. But, he's okay.
Yeah.
And he or she, I don't know. It's okay. He has no gender. And he will pick someone who answered correctly in the chat. And then this person will have to share with us in the chat their Twitter handle, and we will contact this person on Twitter, exchange some information, and you will receive a beautiful print of an illustration created live on Adobe Live.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daniel thinks that black should be included on the colors. Okay, that's interesting, Daniel, but maybe this is something we will work on with the typography. Or,
but I was thinking about that we were gonna use black color for the typeface, which because I definitely feel like you guys, like the person who just said that it needs some. This is very colorful, so maybe you need to bring it back a little bit more to make it less playful in the approach, at least with the color.
They wonder why you're not choosing the eyedropper, which is something. I mean, it works too, but she can use the eyedropper too and select another shape. But that's
let's see. Okay, so
that would be you would select first a shape. No, that would be like this. For instance, you select this one.
Okay.
V and then I. And if you go here and you select the style you want to apply. Here.
Oh.
And then V. And then I. And you click on the...
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
maybe yeah, maybe no.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our routines.
Yeah.
And habits.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Daniel, you think it's very Ethiopian? Interesting. it really depends also on the, like colors. It's so linked to culture.
Yeah.
Like Daniel, where are you from, for instance? So let us see. Okay, we'll do a quick culture coloring game. When you see these 3 colors here, see the 3 colors. So let us know if you would have to link these colors to a country, what would it be? And then you also add in a parenthesis where you're from, just to see the differences.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, just to see. Okay, so the 3 colors, in your opinion, if it would represent a country, which country would it be? And then you add also in the same line, I am from France, in my case.
Yeah, that's very interesting, and that's the nice thing about colors. I think that it has such a different, what's the word?
Interpretation, mode, emotion.
Yeah. To different people from different kind. That's the thing I like about color.
So Ray is saying, okay, so Sean, for instance, who is from the US, thinks that it's linked to Brazil. Marisa is inspired like Bauhaus, so Germany from the 70s,
definitely, like the primary
Pascal
colors.
also says Brazil. Interesting. Pasha, who's from Canada, thinks it's linked to Mexico. Okay, so South America, a lot of South Americans. Interesting. Mohammed, who lives in Morocco, thinks it's linked to Belgium. Okay, interesting. Brazil, a lot of Brazil actually. Funny.
But this is very important. So if many people think that it looks a certain way, like maybe we have to change the colors just to make it.
It's a good live survey.
Yeah, very.
A live user feedback. We have people from India also. Someone from France who thinks it's more linked to some African countries, African culture. Jamaica, Andre. Okay, interesting. Jamaica, Bolivia, and you're from France, yeah? Yeah, a lot of friends from South America, just looking at the colors. But then, what I'm pretty sure is that when she will add the typeface, it will clean all your doubts.
Yeah, but this is a very nice way if, for instance, if you want to change the colors and the art directors think that,
The first one.
Okay.
Very happy, sharing one of my favorite tools.
Okay.
Color wheel, the recolor artwork. I'm so happy.
Yeah, because here you can just change the specific colors. So for instance, maybe if you guys make it looks a little bit too much for like the one or another, we can just say, maybe you want to make this a little bit more picture and a little bit lighter. So yeah, now we kind of got another feel.
Yeah, and you have a live preview.
And then maybe we want to make this a little bit more yellow. Maybe we want to make the yellow pop.
It's a yellow day.
Yeah,
we started with some yellow on the screen.
We have a whole theme going on.
Hi, Kat. Thanks for joining from Cambodia. Wow. Thanks for joining.
You guys are from all around the world. That's so great.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's see. We have all the continents. Okay, so we need people from North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and let's try Australia. Although it's not the best time, but who knows? Australia and New Zealand. Okay, let's see. So let us know where you're from. Okay, so we have someone from Denmark.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Okay, so we have someone from Denmark. So we are good on Europe.
Okay, so I think this looks nice now.
Yeah.
So just
actually, it's small edits, but completely different style now.
Yeah. So
okay, we have Ray from Canada. So we have North America. We have Simon from Russia. We have Omar from Egypt. So we have Africa. We have the US, UK, South Africa. Okay, Sweden, Antarctica. Okay, Daniel. You're the only one with internet. It's interesting. Philippines. Okay, Singapore. So we have Asia. That's great.
That's great. Okay.
Okay, Serbia, Slovakia, Colombia. Okay, we have South America. Anyone from Australia or New Zealand? That's a tough one because it's not the best time. Austria, I mean, it's close, but yeah, it's not Australia.
Okay, so I'm just gonna group all my objects because I want to align them to each other.
I see.
So.
And now we will give away, it's time for the first giveaway of this live stream, a printed illustration. So maybe it will be this poster. I will decide at the end of the stream, you know, what would be the best poster to print and give away to someone in the chat. Okay, so we will start with an easy question. I mean, if you have been following us during this stream. Okay, let me wake up Nightboat. Okay, so it's quite easy. You have to type in the chat to participate to this contest the name of the designer. You need more water, maybe?
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We have water. So you need to type in the chat the name of the designer who designed these chairs, because we're designing a poster for an imaginary exhibition of a Danish designer. You need to type in the chat the name of the designer. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube Creative Cloud channel. There is a subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure to subscribe. It gives you 5 times more chances. Actually, I have to enter the parameter 5 times. Okay?
Okay.
So we give you 2 minutes to type the... There is a delay, okay, between what we see and what we say, so...
Okay.
So you're launching InDesign now.
Yeah.
So why?
Why? Because now we're gonna start with the typography.
Woo! And the typography... No, she didn't design the chairs. Like
no, I didn't. I wish I had, but I didn't.
Okay, this is coming now. Okay. No typo, please. Okay, but this. Okay, I think they're getting it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you jump to InDesign because you think that there are better typography tools in InDesign, right?
Yeah, I
Which
think
is
that.
true.
Yeah, I think that's very important
Very true.
to kind of, if you want to work with typography, that you work in InDesign, because the whole software is made for working with typography. So you have all these special tools and everything to make your work look especially great, and especially if you want to work with details. So start to work with InDesign when you want to work with typography, and it's so much easier. Like seriously, so much easier. I can't stress that enough. Okay.
Enough.
But we're gonna make a poster, and I want to make it big, like maybe 500 millimeters versus, and it should be 700 millimeters height. And then you want to have some margins on the inside, maybe 5 millimeters. Yep. And you want to have some bleed, so just to make sure that if you have some pictures or whatever, you can still have the margin on the outside. So
bleed. So it's really what is outside at the edge of the paper, I would say. So you make it bleed. So you make it. If you have an image or a shape, you want it to go a little bit more, because you never know when the printer will cut.
No.
So
that's really, really important.
Very important.
I think.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the big mistakes especially when you're working with print, I think, is that if you don't have bleed and just place the images in the corners or like the outer thing of your poster, you will have, maybe there will be some mistakes at the printer. So it's really nice to have that. And so yeah, that's a little bit lesson for all of you, to have margins, which is very nice, and bleed to just make sure that everything will be nice. Yeah, you will have the extra space for the pictures. And then slug you can use if you want to have like an extra space outside of the poster, outside of the bleed, and in the slug area you can leave messages for the printer, for example.
Yeah. Like annotations. Makes sense. Okay, so Nightbot will pick someone who gave the right answer. So this is Finjol, yeah. She designed the chairs in Illustrator, but not the original ones.
No. So.
Okay, the winner is Teres Duschelbauer. So, Teres Duschelbauer, congratulations.
Yay!
So, Teres, it's super easy. Share in the chat what is your Twitter handle, and we will contact you on Twitter. Okay? Teres, so I give you 5 minutes. Just say, hey, I'm so happy. My Twitter handle is... And you just copy-paste your Twitter name, and we will contact you at some point today or tomorrow. And you will receive a printed illustration created live on Adobe Live this week.
Yes. Okay, so now we're in InDesign. And just like Illustrator, I think it's very important to have layers. Layers would make it so much easier for you to work with your piece. So here I made a layer called image/graphics. And then we're gonna place the illustration I just did. And the nice thing about Adobe's program like Illustrator and Photoshop is that you can just place things from Illustrator directly into InDesign, and the same thing for things you made in Photoshop. So let's see. No. What happened to that? We will just scribbled. Okay, we'll make a copy of that.
Yeah.
Save.
Spara. Okay.
Spara. Okay.
Spara. So Rex is a graphic design student, and he's asking you, Amanda, do you have any tips for motivation to stay motivated?
Oh, God, that's so. How to stay motivated? I always just. For me, it has been a long process, just a long way to just find your process, but I think that's what's so. Nice for me, especially now when I have studied for so long, to find my own process. For instance, that to find your way that you like to work. Like, for instance, that you like to, how do you like to start working on your projects? So for me, it's really nice to do a lot of research and then start to sketch. And when you have find your own process, it will be so much easier for you to work, I think. But I think it's really nice if you're a student as well to have people around you that like the same things, and to help you stay motivated. Because having people around you that make the same things will be such a huge difference. But maybe that isn't maybe some of you guys are studying like at home and so on, but try to find some persons that do the same thing, and maybe just once a week, and you will try to meet these persons and at a coffee shop or something and just discuss your work. I think that's very, very important. So that's my tip. So let's see. Now I have placed my image. The poster, and we'll have a preview mode. I like to work. If you have a strong computer or a computer with a strong processor, you can work with high quality display, which I think is the nicest way to work. Because then you will see like directly how the image and the work will look like. So
I think I found Teres on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Congratulations, Teres. Yeah. Because Teres, she didn't have a Twitter account, so she was like, oh my god.
What do you do?
I wasn't expecting to win. What do I do? She's on Facebook, so.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Rufus has a new Facebook friend.
Great. So when you start to work with typography in InDesign, I think it's very nice to, it's not a rule, but I think it's very nice to have some kind of grid. it doesn't have to be like a super advanced grid, but it can, because that takes a lot of time to actually work with. Eric, who's gonna be next guest, he's really good at making
He's a
grids.
grid guy.
Yeah, he's a grid guy. But he's very.
We can maybe in the chat. So Eric would be our guest in about 50 minutes. So I invite you to call him the Grid. Maybe it will become his nickname.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll find a nickname for Eric.
So.
The Grid. Okay, so far, try to find a nickname for Amanda. So far, we will be with Amanda for 3 days. Okay, so maybe on Thursday we will have a very strong name of artist. Also, you need to find a name for your studio, so maybe it will help you.
Yeah.
And we have a chat which they are very creative in the chat when it comes to finding names. So don't worry, they will find something. Okay, so you create some guides. Okay.
Yeah. I think we're gonna.
How many rows? How many columns?
Yeah, that's what we'll see. We have to go to normal mode. Let's get create guides. Preview.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we want. We don't want any gutter because that's irritating, especially when you're working with just big typography. That's really.
So we have Rajat who is very concerned. Oh, Amanda, you're wasting time. Do it quick. That's fine. She has 40 minutes, 45. The customer is in a rush, but she will make it. You will see. And the grid will help her, you know. So it's good to take time to make a grid because it will really ease all the decisions she will make after with the composition.
So I think that this looks kind of okay. Yes, it looks.
Yellow land. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yellow land. Good one, Car.
Good one.
Good one.
So let's
Mysil is asking, where is Jan Erik? It's a very good question. Where is Jan Erik? So when he will show up, we should all ask him, where is Jan Erik in the chat? He's always there.
So.
Yolanda. Good one, Kevin. Yeah, getting there. Maybe there's something with yellow. Yeah, with your studio.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yellow.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yellow.
So now we have like just a basic grid. It's not perfect in any way, I gotta say, but it's just nice to have something.
Okay.
Because if you want to get like really heavy with grids, you have to kind of get good at math. So, but we're just gonna do it.
I'm good at
like,
math.
Yeah.
I can help.
That's great. But we will start with the typography now.
Okay.
And
the GoPro.
Yeah, the GoPro. So I've made some. Let's see if I can find them. I made some sketches. Oh, these are like really. I don't know if you can see
you
it.
can see here. You see, if you look at in front of you.
Yeah.
That's the feedback they have.
Yeah. So maybe we want this the typography to be like, you see, you want to have the smaller or the less important information like smaller, and maybe you want the title to be big, or maybe we could start if we think that the poster composition we have right now is too stiff. Maybe we want to recompose it in Illustrator. Who knows? That's just up to me. So we will see. I have some more sketches. I think you can. Yeah, for instance, this one. Maybe we should do the title this way, like Fin Jul, blah blah. Maybe we should make it really big. Who knows? But we will start to work with something. But I think it's really nice to even typography to actually sketch it beforehand, just to get a overall view. What do you want to do? Okay, so
the grid goes a little bit crazy.
It goes crazy?
Can you go into preferences? We'll try to change the color of the grid.
Okay.
Do you know how to do it, or?
Yes, preferences, general.
See grids, grids. Can you change the color?
Maybe we should have something
teal, yeah, just
Teal.
just to.
Okay, maybe we just. But we can just redo the grid if it looks weird. So
Yeah, there are some colors on the strings which create some glitch. Sorry for this.
No, that's no problem. So let's make more columns. Nej, we ska gå. Let's go to create guides.
Oh, guides. The color of guides, not the color of the grid. That we need to change.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so if we there must be somewhere guides. Here we go. The grid blue. That's the one, I guess.
Which one? This one?
Slug. Oh, that's weird.
But I think we can do this.
Okay, I'll let you do it.
Ruler guides.
So Benedicto, if you want to write the replay after and practice how to create the same, you will get the replays on Adobe Live, but also on the Adobe Creative Cloud channel. So we invite you to subscribe to the channel, and you will be notified when they will replay. So is there a contest this week? So not a formal one, but we invite you, if you want to share what you create with Illustrator or InDesign or poster, like anything that deals with graphic design, actually, you can share it on Twitter or Instagram, and you add the Adobe Live hashtag. Okay, the hashtag is here, Adobe Live. And I would be happy to give away 10 Creative Cloud subscriptions to 10 people who shared what they are working on or what they have been working on with the tools on Twitter. Okay, so feel free to share, and also we will show on the stream some of your artworks if you want to get some live feedback. Actually, you know what? I let you 15 minutes. In 15 minutes with Amanda, we will review 2 or 3 creations that you shared, created in Illustrator or in InDesign, something that deals with graphic design. Okay. Anything, even if you try to draw a chair, I give you 15 minutes and you share it on Twitter or Instagram adding Adobe Live, okay, as a hashtag. And on Friday, I will choose, or actually I have a script, we will choose 10 people who shared their artwork on social networks, Twitter, Instagram, adding Adobe Live, okay? So yeah, good luck. And feel free to share if you are a beginner or thanks for changing the color. It's much better for people on the stream. Thank you.
So
Twitter or Instagram, Victoria. Yeah.
So
can you win twice in a live? Actually, you can win twice in a live, but not twice in a year.
Okay. So just a tip for you. Okay, there's someone. Are there many?
The Wacom you're using, it's a bamboo. Huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we can show it on the GoPro. We have a GoPro. It's the bamboo.
Yeah, it's a really small one. I think this one is quite old, but it works fine. So, but this is pretty cheap, but it works really great. Cool. So that's the model I'm using.
Does the job.
Okay, so one tip for you when you're working with like the text tool is that sometimes it's really nice to place the text like in the center of the text block instead of having it aligned to the top or the bottom, which makes it. And you can do it by either having it in the menu, or you can press Command B. Let's see. No, that's right. Command B, and choose Align to Center. So that's those are nice tips for you. Okay, so let's work with the poster. So I want the title to be really big, like super big. So maybe we can have like 120. Is that big?
Steve in the chat, he also had the bamboo. It's exactly the same one. And it says that it's
Great.
not very expensive and it works great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does the job.
So maybe want it to be even bigger. So maybe.
So Priyanka is asking, thanks for watching, Priyanka. Do you think that pen tablet is important? Do you think it's very important for you to use a pen and a tablet for this process?
Well, I think it's maybe some of you guys think it's nice to work with the mouse, but for me, I always get a little bit sore in my hand if I'm working with a mouse, and especially with the trackpad, it's like my hand gets a little bit swollen, and I don't think know if it's just that my hand's getting irritated or something, but the only way working for me is like pleasurable is with the Wacom, because that's so much easier, and I can work for longer periods.
Interesting.
So
Marisa is asking if you could explain again why is it better to center the text in the box vertically?
Okay, so for example, maybe you have this idea, for instance, if you look at the screen, that you want to work between these two
these two lines.
These two lines.
Okay.
So instead of having to measure it or just counting down the grid, the grid lines, you can just place the text block and have your text in the center, and you will have it in the center right away, which I think is nice.
So Victoria, mouse is okay. I am a mouse user for Illustrator, so.
So let's see what kind of typeface we want with this one. I think we're gonna go with slightly modernistic typeface for this one, like on the verge to Helvetica, but not Helvetica, because I think Helvetica can sometimes be a little bit stiff.
Do you use Typekit sometimes?
Typekits?
Yeah. To use no?
No. Show me.
Okay, I will show you. Give me 2 minutes. I will show you. Just need to show you how it works. So tomorrow you will be able to use Typekit.
Oh, that's great.
And it will change your life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see. Maybe Sneak. Maybe this one is a good one. Yeah, I think that this one would be great. You see, because this has a slightly modernistic
and you
feel.
have the same energy.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
And Sneak has these kind of weird S and stuff, which is weird. Kind of similar to Vinyl, you know.
Yeah, to the chairs,
so a little bit funny.
It's not expected. Yeah, I like it.
So let's see, maybe. So I will turn off and work in preview right now to just see how it looks. I think the typography should be way bigger, like 240 maybe. So maybe this looks a little bit. Maybe this looks a little bit stiff, but we will place all the text so we can start to work with it.
Okay, so I will show you Typekit very quickly, okay? Because I think it can become very useful for you. So we will switch to my computer, guys. I'm working on this minimalistic poster.
Oh.
And I need a typeface. So here you have your list of typeface. And you can say, I want to add a font from Typekit. So Typekit is it's part of Creative Cloud. So when you're a member of Creative Cloud, you can use Typekit. It's part of it.
That's
it's part of your membership. And then here you can type the sample text. So I would say Amanda. And then, so it's a catalog of thousands of fonts. And all professional ones, and some of them that you can only use on the web, but some of them also directly within InDesign or Illustrator. Okay, and you say, for instance, I want a sans serif. So this is what you were talking about. I want to change the size here. Okay, to get a preview. The weight, I want something, yeah, very strong. Okay, and then you start looking at okay, this one, for instance. Okay, Miss Eve Excel, and you have all the families. And say, okay, I think this one can make sense, so I will sync it. Okay, and it says font is synced, and I should receive a message from Creative Cloud if it's large. Actually, it's large. Yeah. Okay. So when you have your Creative Cloud desktop app, it will tell you, okay, I'm adding a new typeface coming from Typekit. Feel free to use it. And the font, you see, Miss Eve, was added. So it's directly added to your system. So if you go back to Illustrator now, I don't have to launch it again. I can type Miss. Okay, what's the name?
Mr.
No? What's the name?
Mr. Eves.
Yeah? What's the name again? Oh, Mr. You're right. Good pick, Mr. Yeah, here we go.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
And you were talking about, I want something like Helvetica, but not Helvetica. So you can go in list here and say, I want an alternative to Helvetica. And it has been curated by Typekit. So they would show you some proposals.
This is great. This is a nice thing.
Yeah,
I
just changed your life.
New.
So,
Yeah.
So tomorrow you can start using it. You're a Creative Cloud member, so it's part of it.
Yeah, I should definitely use that.
And now Hugo, Lobster is not inside, so I had to write a letter and say, remove Lobster, please.
So,
Evil Grotesque, yeah. What is your favorite typeface, people in the chat these days? The one you're using? Mr. Eve is actually very popular these days, but
yeah, it is.
What is your one? The one that you were using, or that you used on previous projects recently?
Oh,
you remember?
I've been a huge fan of Brandon Grotesque.
Oh yeah,
that's very nice.
Brandon, yeah.
And I like Circular.
Circular, yeah.
That's a very nice. They're a nice one. They're kind of in the same way like a sans serif with just a little bit of personality, which I like.
Okay.
So preview. So this is how it looks right now. It looks a little bit stiff, but that's okay. But we will bring in the other information. So I have this idea of making making them like maybe a fourth time as big as this one. So we will bring text. Let's make a new one.
Oh, Carbon, yeah. Good pick, Catherine. A lot of Futura fans. I'm surprised.
Futura is very nice.
A classic one, yeah.
Yep.
From 1927. So it's an old typeface.
Yeah, but it's still classic and beautiful. So let's see. Let's take the information.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, Amanda, I will ask you a question about Futura. And for the people in the chat too. Okay. What is the craziest place in the universe where you can find Futura? Craziest place in the universe where you can find Futura.
You mean where I have found it, or where?
No, where you can find something written with a Futura typeface. Crazy place.
I don't know. I have to think.
You don't know?
No.
Let's see if they know in the chat. Let's see. Is Futura the new Helvetica? It has been designed before. It has been designed about 30 years before Helvetica. Helvetica is from 56, I think.
So do anyone?
Oh, my still good one.
In space?
Yeah, almost, yeah. On the moon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and we all know it's true. Like when we walked on the moon, like the US, they left.
Of course.
They left something to say we were there, and people from space. If you read this, if you learn how to read English, and if you know how to read English, and they use Futura. Yeah.
I didn't know
what is
that.
weird is that if you look at Stanley Kubrick's movies, such as the Space Odyssey and a lot of movies, he tends to use Futura a lot.
That is true.
Is it
I
a
know
conspiracy?
that Wes Anderson used Futura for almost all his.
Yeah, Wes Anderson too. We were talking about him last night. Actually.
Yeah, we were. And everyone got so upset when Jessica Hirsch did that, or some people got upset when Jessica Hirsch designed the new typeface for the Moonrise Kingdom. I think that was the first time he didn't use Futura.
Oh.
So let's see. Maybe that's too big. Okay, so my idea right now is that I want the title to be big and bold, and then I want to make the information much smaller to make like a scale that you really can see the difference between the different informations, and I think that's very important when you work with especially commercial posters. You want to have like a hierarchy of what's important and what's less important, or so let's see, maybe this should be 40, or maybe it should be 20. This is gonna be like, this is a really big poster, so it doesn't matter if the type is a little bit small. Let's see, bottom. Have it. Let's see. Yep.
And in about 10 minutes, we will give away a Creative Cloud subscription to someone in the chat. You will also, just stay with us, have the opportunity to type a keyword to answer a question, and maybe get a chance to win Creative Cloud. So 1 year of full access to all the creative apps, including InDesign, Illustrator, also all the services such as Typekit, for instance.
That's great.
It's included, yeah.
Let's see. We can copy.
And check the work from Twitter. Thank you, Rebecca. Because Rebecca knows that I forget everything. I have no memory. And we try to really showcase live what deals with graphic design. So forgive me if I don't show everything. But thanks for sharing. We already have a lot of people sharing stuff. Oh yeah, I won't be able to show everything, so I apologize in advance, but we will show your work for 3 days, so keep sharing. It's the most important.
Yeah.
Keep sharing your work on Twitter or Instagram, adding Adobe Live as a hashtag, because you already shared a lot of very good stuff.
Let's see. Maybe I want it. Listen to... Maybe we want the information to be set between shares. Maybe that would be nice. To use the space between.
Yeah, I will let you place this block of text, and then we'll just review a 4 design shared by our friends in the chat. Maybe you give some feedback or.
Yeah. Let's see.
we can play it like a good cop, bad cop.
Bad cop.
Yeah.
Can I be the nice cop? I don't want to be the bad cop.
Okay.
Okay.
So Luke is asking why InDesign and not Illustrator. So Luke, it's a very good question, and this is because if you compare the typography tools and the text engine basically between Illustrator and InDesign, you have much more typography features in InDesign. It becomes less and less true because we try really hard to have all the engines on pair, but still InDesign is the best, especially before sending typography to a printer. And here it's just a poster, it's one page, you will tell me. So, okay, I get it. But but if you work on a more consistent, like a brochure, several pages, or a book, then yeah. InDesign has all the features to help you with typography.
Okay, let's see. Attribute to Danish
Yeah.
modernism.
You fix the typo.
Yes.
And now it's starting to make sense. I mean, it's crazy. It's really the power of words, you know.
Yeah.
You just put some words, and now this poster is alive. It makes sense.
Let's see, we should have. Nope, that was the wrong one. So let's take back the grid.
Rajat, why don't they create one app? Yeah, I wish so, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think
But
it's
Rajat,
nice.
you know, like also it's a consequence. Like, so maybe we would start building applications in 2017 as Adobe. We would build one single app, maybe. But you have to think about the legacy, the history of Adobe. Actually, do you know, Amanda? It will be a birthday. We have a birthday this year.
You do?
Yeah, we celebrate an anniversary of Illustrator. How many years do you think Illustrator?
At least 20. No,
It's more.
It's more.
Yeah.
30?
Yeah, 30 years. 30
That's
years.
Crazy.
And so you will see, friends of the chat, you will see that Adobe will celebrate very soon, actually, the 30 years of Illustrator, which is still one of the tools which is really used by most of the designers, and actually more and more, because even, you know, web and UX designers, they need vectors now for the web, you know, for the icons and everything. So you have more and more Illustrator users. Heath Mark Carter, you can watch the replay, but you missed the first part, but that's fine. So the graphic design, all the illustrations were made in Illustrator, and she imported everything in InDesign.
That's right. Okay, so now.
You feel good, yeah?
Yeah. I think this.
You want a short break so we review some design?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. So we have a Fortel. Okay, great start of morning with your talk. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Using Adobe Live Illustrator and the trackpad.
Wow.
And it looks great, huh? It's
Yeah,
a very
it
nice
looks
style.
great. Yeah.
And I guess this might become an animation. I'd love to see it animated in After Effects,
definitely.
actually. I really like the style.
Yeah. And I really like the colors. Like
Yeah,
green
very nice color
and
palette.
blue and
And the building, like from...
Yeah, this is very technical and advanced.
Yeah, very good
Good
job.
work. Yeah.
Good job. So this is an illustration, I guess. Unfortunately, depressed bugs. We don't have so much information about the illustration, so it would be nice to share in the chat how you made it, you know, what is the project. But looks like a collage.
It looks like you're the person I've worked in Photoshop and
With maybe some collage. And thanks for sharing. We have a project on Behance by Mohamed, who is with us since the beginning of the show, actually. Desnet Technology. So I love the texture here, and great work on the gradients. Really
definitely.
good. Oh, a lot of research. Brand identity. So I guess you worked on the logo. Very professional and
very professional.
Yeah, very colorful. Of course, it depends on what they do, Desnet, but I expect it's about technology. Yeah, it's about internet.
Yeah.
Actually, it's here. So, software industry. Yeah. In Turkey. Yeah. Very good job. Very impressive. Jacqueline, lettering, yeah. Of course, we love lettering on Adobe Live. It's a nice composition.
Yeah, it's nice.
New work in Hush Hush. I'm still loving this print using Illustrator. Yeah, nice combination of flowers and lettering.
Yeah.
Good job.
It looks very neat, I think.
Yeah, very professional too. And we have Titi Trinkush working on a typeface. Look at it, it's so thin. Is it Fate? This is what I read. Fate. Can you read it?
It should be Fate. Yeah, it's Fate.
It's Fate. Yeah.
That's a very nice way to just like abstract forms, or just when you like make a typeface more minimal. But it's very interesting how much you can read out of a letter with just seeing the corners of a letter, which I think is a very nice way to work, especially when I work with lettering and making typeface.
Good job. Keep sharing, and on Friday, maybe one of you will receive a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. Anyone can win, okay? Yes, it is Fate. Yeah, thank you, Titi. And Rajat, we will be sharing your entries all day long and also tomorrow, and we're still live together for about more than 6 hours. So yeah, there will be plenty of opportunity today, tomorrow, and on Thursday. Make sure you keep sharing what you create so we know more about you, and also the people watching, it's good to understand who is watching the stream. And we are all passionate about design, so it's great. Okay, so what are we working on now? Destroying something.
Yeah, just wait. Sit. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe, everything is so... the illustration is, or the graphic is kind of, it's all placed in a very neat way, and looks, and this typography here looks, not stiff, but it's really just placed on the poster. So I was thinking about maybe we should break down the title to separate the words from the sentence. So let's see. So I started with just taking away sit.
Okay.
And this is how you can kind of sketch in InDesign as well, or making different. You can. Let's see. Now I'm getting concentrated here.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can make like different versions with typography. Typography doesn't have to be all placed in just one text block. You can separate the text and make...
that's a good point.
Yeah.
If I can still read,
yeah,
the correct order.
That's still the important thing.
That work, like sit down with, my eyes are still following the right words, so that's okay. Victoria is asking, what was the font that you ended up using? The name of the font
it's called Sneak.
Sneak.
Let's see. Here you can see.
We have Philip from Bermuda. Lucky Philip.
Wow. It's so cool that you guys are from all around the world.
Yeah.
And you want to stay up late or early just to watch this with us. That's really nice.
And as you are playing with the title, we will give away a Creative Cloud subscription to someone in the chat. So it's super easy, okay? If you're watching, first tip, make sure to subscribe to our Creative Cloud YouTube channel. It gives you 5 times more chances to win. And also you will be notified when we go live, because on Adobe Live, we go live every 2 weeks. Okay, so if you come back, someone was asking, if you come back within 2 weeks, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we will be live with other guests on another topic. So make sure to subscribe. It's the best way to be notified. And you have to type a keyword in the chat, and Nightbot will pick someone who answered correctly. So the keyword is, okay, you need to answer a question. In which city does she live? She lives in a city in Europe, a big one. In which one? So we will see. Yeah. Thinking about it, and at some point they will find it.
Yes.
Okay, so you are still experimenting with the words. It's dancing now.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Sit. Yeah. Down.
Sit with down.
Sit with. Yeah. So sit. That's very nice. Thank you. It's great to have you here to correct me. So maybe should be there.
They're a little bit confused, huh? They think you're from Vancouver, from India.
Not
Paris? No.
No.
Stockholm. Okay, they start getting it. Okay, they got it.
Great.
Yes, she lives in Stockholm.
Yep.
As our next guest, Eric Cutley, who will be live with us in 15 minutes on adobelive.com. So stay tuned. More graphic design. He will work on something completely different today. Is he designing a poster also?
I think he's designing a poster.
About the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. A psychedelic movie?
Yeah, the Holy Mountain.
Yeah, okay.
And
so I think Eric will go crazy.
Yeah. This is very, we will do different things.
Yeah.
This is very neat and
very clean, very something that you can really like have a classic customer, you know, like an institution, I would say.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
would love it. Because it has to be efficient, you know, in the street you need to understand, okay, there is an exhibition, it's about design, it's about visual.
Definitely.
When Eric, I think we will lose Eric. We will lose him.
So maybe we should have it bold. That was so much better.
Okay, thank you for answering Stockholm. We will ask Nightbot to pick someone in the chat, and this person will have to share in the chat type their Twitter handle. Okay, so we will contact you on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, just type something, your Skype nickname, your Facebook. Just we need a way to contact you. Okay, let's do it. Boom. And the winner is Maria K. Maria K.
Woo!
Who subscribed to our YouTube channel during the lettering stream. Good job, Maria.
Cool. Congratulations.
So Maria, please say something in the chat and share your Twitter handle. Congratulations, Maria.
Yay!
Woohoo! She says woohoo!
Great! You will have a nice year with Adobe. So
Yeah, create and make sure to share, okay? Share what you create. Adobe Live, hashtag, Twitter, Instagram.
So let's see, overlays. No.
And there will be more giveaways all day long, okay? And for 3 days. Just stay with us.
So let's see.
She won a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. Timothy.
Wow.
Which is a full access for 1 year to all the updates of Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, After Effects, all the creative apps, services. When you subscribe Mysel, I don't know Mysel. Oh, I like it now. I like
Yeah.
the space now, yeah.
Yeah.
It works very well.
Yeah. It was I changed so the typeface is in bold right now, so
Yeah.
which I think makes it so much more sense with having this typography that's really small.
Maria, thanks for sharing, Maria. Okay.
So let's
And she has the best Twitter handle, like the good design.
so maybe we
Okay, Amanda, we have about
10
six minutes left.
6 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we place this one.
I can hear the customer. Customer is coming.
The deadline.
He's in the elevator. And then you have all your agencies.
Amanda.
He's parking the car.
So maybe we should have
It's the
typography
biggest museum
this way. Yeah.
in Copenhagen, in Denmark.
Denmark. Copenhagen. So
Hi, Christian from Cameroon. Good to see you. Thanks for joining.
So I was thinking, maybe this poster will have to have like at least 1 or 2 more hours just would work. But I think this is coming to a nice first overall sketch. I think we have the big typography here with the title. That's totally, I think it's readable. And but maybe you should change the colors. But anyway, we have this big beautiful title, and then we have like the smaller headline, and then we have the information here, which I think actually looks pretty nice. Maybe we should align it so, and then I can make this, change the color to have this. So I have changed the typography so it isn't black anymore.
Oh, is it like a dark purple?
Yeah, dark blue.
Dark
just
blue.
to, because that's the thing with black. I think that black can be like really harsh sometimes. So sometimes it's very nice to, instead of using 100% black, you can use like a black with a blue tint or a black with a gray tint, just to lighten it up a little bit, which I think is nice. You won't see, it's all in the details, you know, that you can just see a slightly different, but it still looks like a black, I think.
Look, Finch is asking, can I get a print of this? Maybe look, we give away prints actually over the 3 days, 1 per show. So yeah, maybe you will be lucky. Get a print created this week on Adobe Live. Any tips for text placement? Almost gets lost. I think I seem like and we saw her like playing a lot actually. Yeah, you tried so many things.
Yeah, definitely.
And you were making sure that we could still read the information with the right order. I think the best trick you shared is that you started with a hierarchy. You said, okay, my title will be big. This is what I need to see first. This is my subtitle. And then the address comes third. So I will make it smaller and I will just place it so we can read it, but that's it. And then you started moving every piece around, and now you have something very playful, which wasn't really almost playing with the chairs. Like now the words are trying to see it also, or in balance on the chairs.
Yeah, definitely.
When before it was very formal. So,
yeah, but I think that's very good tips to just, when you start with something, figure out what is the most important information and what is the least important. Like all the information is important, but what do you want to communicate with the hierarchy and so on. And that's a very good way to start, and then you can just figure out during the way what looks the best or what communicates the best. For instance, that now when I played with this typography, the poster has become more playful, and maybe that's a good thing because Finio's chairs is kind of playful. They are kind of playful and so on. So, but that's a good way. What do you want to communicate?
And again, the replay of this video will be available in about maybe 10 minutes after live. I know it's very quickly available on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. So feel free to watch again how she starting from something very formal and try to dispatch, create space between the letters and the words mainly.
Yeah.
Now we're getting there, and again, I mean, she just made it in 2 hours, but usually you want to mature, what you're doing. So maybe take a break, have a second look, maybe the next day say, no, I see it, I have an idea.
Yeah.
It's hard to be focused on one single piece for 2 hours.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the next step I think would be to start kerning things in
the space between each character. Yeah.
To just see that everything looks perfect. But
okay. I mean, it's already time actually.
It is. It's gone so fast.
So fast, right? And we will be back on adobelive.com in 5 minutes with Eric. And Amanda, you will be back tomorrow.
Yep.
So thanks for watching and stay with us, okay? Go to adobelive.com. We will be live in 5 minutes. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.